All right, following that great showing by the NCA&T Blue and Gold Marching Machine, following them will be our Grand Marshal, Miss Penny Butler. Penny is a beloved Mebanite and a highly accomplished athlete. She has medals and championships in multiple sports, and those include local championships, state, and even a silver medal at the national level. She has medals in the following sports: basketball, tennis, volleyball, softball, table tennis, golf, and badminton. In addition to being an accomplished athlete, Penny has coached multiple girls basketball and softball teams for many years, served on the Alamance County Recreation and Parks Commission for 2 decades, as well as serving on the Parks and Rec Commission as well. Penny has participated in the North Carolina Senior Games and won gold and silver medals in badminton, golf, and table tennis. She even won a silver medal in the table tennis event at the National Senior Games in 1997 in Tucson, Arizona. She was inducted into the Mebane Sports Hall of Fame in 2001, and she has remained active in Mebane, including serving as a longtime member of the Mebane Historical Museum. Join us in welcoming our Grand Marshal for this year's parade, Miss Penny Butler.
It's a beautiful night here in Mebane, North Carolina, and we're so glad all of you guys could come out here and join us. The A&T band has set us off to a great start. And here's our Mebane Police Department. On this 54th Annual Mebane Christmas Parade, we had over 100 local schools and businesses enter. Wow, can't believe it, 54 years. This all started back in 1968, and the tradition has just carried on since then. All right, let's get this live stream rolling. So tonight, the two hosts, I'm Kelly Hunter, the new Public Information Officer for the City of Mebane, and I'm joined here by Barbara Holland. Barbara, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Barbara Holleran. I'm the Director of the Downtown Mebane Development Corporation, which is going to be the future Mebane Main Street program next summer.
And Barbara and I are both new to the area. This is our first Mebane Christmas Parade, and can I just say, wow. between shops closing along Clay Street to decorate and just all the hard work that goes into it, what a production.
I love seeing everyone line up their chairs ahead of time. That was very exciting. And there's just something about a night parade I think is really magical.
I would have to agree, and the only nighttime parade in all of Alamance County. So that in and of itself is wow. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling, and I'll let Barbara introduce our first guest for tonight.
Sure. We have an opportunity to talk to some of our downtown business owners. And with me first off is Kat Matthias. She is with Impulsive Creativity right here across from where we're broadcasting.
Hey, Barbara. Thank you so much for having me.
Kat's actually our treasurer of our organization as well. And Kat, you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So I opened Impulsive Creativity back in 2018. We have grown from 7 to over 180 handmade local artisans, vendors, and makers, representative of people that live within an hour of Mebane. So we are what you would term hyper-local. We have a really wide variety of crafts and gifts available, everything from stained glass through wall paintings, handmade toys for your kids, candles, soaps, the whole gamut. We've got something for everybody.
Great. How many parades have you been to, Kat? Is this one of your first, or have you been here for many, many of them?
So I am a native Mebanite. I have lived my whole life here, so I've been going to this parade since I can remember. I think the earliest one I can remember, I was about 5, so it was in 1995 when I can remember coming to Downtown Mebane Christmas Parade.
And what's one part about the parade that always sticks out to you?
So both as a parade watcher and a parade participant, the turnout here compared to the other parades in Alamance, Orange County is just fantastic. I was a member of Orange High School's marching band for 4 years as well. So we would do both the Hillsborough Parade and the Mebane Parade every year. And Mebane just shows up for Christmas. Like, the holiday spirit is really present in this town, and I love every single second of it.
I can attest to that. As of my first year here, wow, I am blown away and impressed. There have been chairs lined up for hours, all day essentially. People just waiting and ready to see this parade.
And it's people of all ages too, because sometimes kids are the only ones who care about parades, but that's not the case here in Mebane for sure.
Definitely not. It is a fabulous turnout. Now, out of all the years you've been coming here, what's your favorite float to see, or which one are you most excited to see tonight?
You know, Santa always has my heart. He's the end of the parade every year, and he's always what I'm waiting to see. Just Santa coming to Mebane, have a good time.
Don't we all love Santa? And hopefully Santa treats us all a little extra nice this year.
We all definitely deserve it after the last couple of years. You know, Santa can definitely give us all a break.
You're not wrong there.
Is Toby the cat watching from the window over there?
Yeah, Toby is absolutely watching from his window today. He's actually probably sitting behind the counter right now, chilling out with my husband. He actually got a Christmas present today. One of our vendors made him a basket that says complaint department on it. So he has now been promoted from our head of PR to our head of complaints as well.
Now, how has Toby been doing holding down as the PR role?
You know, Toby is very, very much my most steadfast employee. He's always got a calm, even head, and, you know, he just loves dealing with people, especially kids, you know. So everybody come on in, say hi to Toby. He's great at his job, and we'll take pets all day long. He's a good one.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Toby is a feline friend.
Yes. Toby is our shop cat, and he's been with us for all 4 years.
And is Toby 4 years old, I would take it then?
So Toby's actually 14. He is not a spring chicken. We've had him for about 10 years, but again, he loves people, not so much other animals. So he has to have the shop in order to get his own place to, you know, hang out, his own rooster rule, if you will.
That has to be a cat thing, because my cat is the same exact way. He wants nothing to do with dogs. Absolutely not.
Yeah. If the dogs are like around his size, he normally tolerates them, but big dogs or dogs are smaller, oh no, he doesn't like that at all.
And really quickly, here comes our Mebane Fire Department. And whoop, you can hear them right now, tooting the horn. Now, I have a couple questions for you that are some Christmas trick questions. Not really trick, just what do you know about Christmas? All right, so my first one is, what is the highest grossing Christmas movie?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm going to say probably National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation would be my guess.
Are you confident in that answer? Would you?
No, other than that, maybe A Christmas Story. That would be my second guess.
All right, you ready to hear the answer?
Yeah, sure.
It's Home Alone.
What? Not surprised now that.
No, I think how many Home Alone movies have they remade now? It has to be at least 5.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a pretty long-standing trick there. Now, does that include the Harry Potter movies? Because those technically qualify as Christmas movies, especially the first one, if you think about it.
So I agree. I would say it does qualify, but I am not sure if that was in the running. So somebody else brought up Die Hard as well. And while Die Hard mentions Christmas and they have some Christmas scenes, I don't know if most people consider it a traditional classic Christmas movie.
Now, you see, I do consider it a traditional classic Christmas movie. It is not Christmas unless you watch that man fall off Nakatomi Plaza. Like, that is it.
And that. Now, can you name all 9 reindeer off the top of your head?
Okay, so I'm going to go Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. And then, of course, Rudolph.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Most people get tripped up and they always forget Rudolph, but Rudolph was added back in the 1930s. He was added to the list because you can't forget his shiny red nose.
Absolutely. It's iconic.
It most definitely is. Now, what animated 2004 film is about a train that carries kids to the North Pole on Christmas Eve?
Oh, that is the Polar Express. We just watched it during Hometown Holidays.
You're totally right. Now, if you were paying attention in the movie, there's one actor who plays 6 different roles. Do you know who that actor is?
Is it Tom Hanks?
It is Tom Hanks. What gave it away?
Just because it's Tom Hanks.
So true. So true. Now, out of all the movies, what's your favorite holiday movie?
Oh, that one is tough. I really like all of the old-timey Rudolph cartoons. Like, it's not technically a movie, but I remember being a kid and watching them on television and just really enjoying it, especially the one where they go to the Island of Misfit Toys, Toyland. That one's always good.
Are we talking about the claymation movies?
Claymation ones, yeah. Maybe the 60s? Yeah.
Do you like Heat Miser or the other one?
I do like although I do like the ice miser too. Although he can keep his cold temperatures. That's a little too cold.
Yeah. I'm more of a cold weather person than a hot weather person, so I'm thankful for the fact that it's kind of starting to feel like Christmas now. Because in North Carolina, that's always hit or miss. It's either going to be 70 degrees on parade day or it's going to be freezing. But today, I think we lucked out and got a good middle.
I would have to agree with that. And what is your favorite Mebane Christmas Parade memory that you have?
So again, I spent many a year actually as a participant in the Mebane Christmas Parade. But I think the favorite memory I have is when I was on a parade float for my mom's business, Premier Staffing, and we had put my friend Sam inside a big Christmas present that we wrapped in the middle, so she would just kind of like pop up in the middle and just scare people. It was fantastic.
That's awesome. That's so great. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kat. It's been an honor having you up here, and we appreciate it. Can you tell everybody again what your business is and anything else you would like to include for the audience to know?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for so much for having me. Again, my name is Kat Mathias. I own Impulsive Creativity right across the street. You're kind of staring at it on the live screen there. Come out and consider us for Christmas present shopping if you guys haven't already. All of your money, since all of our things are handmade locally, goes back to the local community, and that's really important right now, just to support local, support American made, and support handmade. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the parade. And if you see on our screen right now, look at those old time cars. And that looks like a Whoville car right there in the middle. Look how tiny that thing is. Oh my gosh. Who's here from Whoville? Where's the Grinch? Now hold up. Where's the Grinch? All right. And here comes our next act of the night. Such talented musicians performing tonight. Just fabulous music. Oh, and look at that giant soccer ball in the trunk. As somebody who grew up playing soccer, 10 out of 10. I'm a fan. I love it. Can't get enough of it. All right, Barbara, and who is our next guest for this evening?
We have Kelly Baldwin with us from Little Shops of Mebane. Welcome, Kelly.
I'm glad to be here. It's a great parade and a great start to the parade.
Tell us a little bit about Little Shops of Mebane.
Little Shops of Mebane was a vision of Will King. Its history, it used to be a tobacco warehouse, and it sat abandoned for several years. And in 2014, Will King had the vision to make it into Little Shops. There are 12 shops within the building. We have all kinds of arts and crafts. We have handmade items. We also have a massage therapist. We have a photographer. We have someone who does facials. We have a florist. It's like the Mebane's hidden secret to shopping.
Awesome. That's really cool too, because a lot of what Main Street's going to be doing over the next couple of years as we start it is really looking at historic buildings and telling those stories. Do you have any secrets about that building that came out while they were redoing it?
Yeah, so one of the things that Will was telling me about, it used to be called Export Leaf Company. And some time ago, the tobacco, when they were selling tobacco, scraps of it would fall off the tables. And it used to be people would throw it away. Well, Export Leaf Company said, we're not going to throw this away. We're going to box it up and send it overseas because they'll use the tobacco. So they got the name Export Leaf Company. And to celebrate that, he had a mural painted on the side of the building. You'll see it as you come to Little Shops with the tobacco farm.
Very cool. I've seen that before, but now I know the story behind it.
Now, what is it that makes the Little Shops and the Mebane shops unique?
Well, because we have so many different variety of shops within the Little Shops. There's 12 shops. Majority of them are owned by women. We have handcrafted items. We have special services. We also offer classes. So next year we'll be offering sewing classes, calligraphy classes, and we are also very involved in the community. We have school drives and fundraisers for breast cancer, and we love being a part of downtown.
Awesome. How many parades have you seen?
How many? Well, I'm from Greensboro originally, but I met my boyfriend and he introduced me to Mebane. So, and we've been together 14. So this is my 14th parade, but it's only our second year as Little Shops participating in the parade.
So you all have a float in the parade. Is that right? Has it come by yet?
Not yet. So we're number 44 and I'm the proud designer, and Will King helped out a lot. And we know that the kids are going to be surprised because we have a special person on the float with us tonight.
Awesome. And I heard you all did very well with the parade float last year. Is that right?
We did. Yes, we did. It was our first year participating, and we were on the front page of the newspaper, and we were featured on the website, and we're just thrilled to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm going to turn our attention really quickly to the street as they come by with this great song. Run, Run, Rudolph. Classic. All right, now I have some questions for you about the holidays. All right, so what is the best-selling Christmas song ever?
Oh, it has to be White Christmas. Is it? It's got to be that one.
That's right. It is. That is by Bing Crosby, one of the highest selling songs. Now, do you know what United States state was the first to declare Christmas an official holiday?
I would guess Washington. I don't know. I'm not sure.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Think Midwest.
Midwest. Oh, Chicago? No. or I don't know.
It's actually Oklahoma, which is wild. I would have never have guessed that. Of all the states, Oklahoma, but all right, Oklahoma. Thank you for giving us Christmas. Now, what does Santa say at the end of a visit from the Saint? At the end of a visit from Saint Nicholas, the book. What does Santa say at the end?
Merry Christmas, to all a good night. Something like that.
Very close. It's Happy Christmas to all and to all a good night. That was close though. You knew it. What is your favorite family Christmas tradition?
Well, it's funny. I have 2 younger brothers, and we used to have this vinyl record called Christmas Mountain, and we act out this song. And to this day, we still remember that song. And it was something about the song was "I have a hole in my Christmas stocking," and we all play a part. And that's been a tradition for years and years.
That is so cute.
That is very cute. Is there a favorite Mebane Christmas tradition that you have?
It has to be the parade. That's my best Christmas tradition. I love coming to this parade.
Has it ever snowed at the parade while you were here?
Not while I'm here. I've had it. I knew it rained one time, and they kept going, and it just drizzled. But I've never known it to snow since I've been coming.
Well, hopefully one day. I'm a huge fan if it were to snow. That would just really be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? And do you prefer a white or a warm Christmas?
Definitely a white Christmas. I would love snow, and I think it would be beautiful. We had a white Christmas. It's been a long time since we've had one in North Carolina, but I've always heard if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes and it'll change. So.
That is so true. Our weather is so bipolar. It does not know what it wants to pick and do. One minute it's 54, the next it's 28, and then it's just a guessing game, honestly. And here's Justin Bieber with his traditional Christmas song, Under the Mistletoe. Not the real Justin Bieber. We wish. Now, if we could get the real Justin Bieber to the city of Mebane, that would be iconic.
The crowd is loving this parade, isn't it? I mean, it's just fabulous.
They really are. And when I showed up at about 6 o'clock, streets were already packed and filled with people. Parking, good luck. If you came after 6, best of luck finding parking for you.
I saw chairs out at 7 o'clock this morning on the streets. So people were definitely excited about getting to this parade and making sure they had a seat.
Well, it seems like they've stopped right in front of us right now, but what a great view of everything on the street with this live stream. It's amazing.
Check out those lights on the car behind them. Fantastic.
Is there anything else, Kelly, you want to tell us about the little shops or anything with Downtown Mebane, what you've been seeing the last 14 years that you've been here that you're encouraged by, and different traditions like this? What do you see for the future?
I see more involvement with downtown. I see more activities. I look forward to different events, and it seems like last weekend we had Shop Small Saturday, and people came out and supported all the local businesses. We were busy. The food trucks were here. It was a lot of fun. And I see more events like that happening and supporting local businesses.
That's awesome. I'm glad you brought up Shop Small Saturday. I read that $68 of every 100 that's spent in a downtown stays in the community. And that's really an awesome number because that really pays a lot of dividends in the community to shop small.
Speaking of Shop Small, how was Small Business Saturday for you? Did you have a good turnout?
We were very busy. We were very encouraged. We had a lot of people that had never been to little shops in Mebane who had come downtown and came down to our shops, and we were very encouraged by that. So we're just we're doing all we can to get our name out there and hoping everybody comes by and discovers that secret shopping place.
And can you remind everybody one more time where they can come find you guys at?
We're on the corner of Ruffin and 3rd Street. If you just go down Clay Street and make a right on 3rd Street and look for the big mural of the tobacco farmer, that's where Little Shops in Mebane is.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly.
And Kelly, before you leave, I'm not biased or anything, but you have a great name.
I agree. Now, the question is, do you spell yours with a Y or I or IE, or how do you spell yours?
So here's where we differ. I'm with a Y, Kelly.
I'm with Y as well. There we go. We got a secret kinship here. There you go.
I agree. Anytime people would end it with an I or IE, I'm like, that's great and all, but it's traditional Y.
We actually have Kelly Potter coming from Soul Garden in a little while too. So yeah, yes, she's an I. Yeah. So we've got a lot of Kellys in town.
Still great because her name is Kelly, but the traditional Y, it's the great way.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Now, Barbara, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Let's see. The First Noel is really high up there. So, but I love the Little Drummer Boy too. I think that's fun. Yeah.
That is a good one.
What about you?
So I really like Feliz Navidad, but I also like Little Saint Nick. Those are just classics and great. And, you know, I grew up listening to them. Feliz Navidad is also my mom's favorite Christmas song. So, again, a little biased there just because it was always playing in the household. And what is your favorite Christmas movie that you put on every year to get you in the holiday spirit?
It's an old movie, but An Affair to Remember, which is a, I want to say it's probably from the 50s or the 60s, but it's only partly in Christmas time, but it's just a really great movie. So if you haven't seen it, it's a great movie.
I don't think so. I'd have to check it out. So I'm torn. So to get me in the Christmas spirit, it's definitely How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey edition. But ever since they came out with Frozen, I'm a sucker. They sold me. I'm in it. Both 1 and 2, fabulous movies. My cat is named after the main character, Olaf. Doesn't get much better.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's amazing how timeless those movies are. They really, generations enjoy them. It's a lot of fun to see them every year. Bring them out.
I would have to agree, most definitely. Now, Barbara, can you answer for me? Ooh, just 1 second here. Now, in the classic Christmas movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what are 3 words used to describe the Grinch?
Stink, stank, stunk.
Dun, dun. Correct. Fabulous. And who plays the little girl who goes to get the Grinch to bring him down to name him Cheermiser? Cheermiser, yeah.
Little Cindy Lou Who?
That's correct. It is Little Cindy Lou Who. All right. And here comes another band for us. I'm always so impressed by how they play those big instruments. All right. And that was the Orange High School band that just went by. Wow. What an incredible marching band. What do you think, Barbara?
I love the marching bands. It's so much fun. You forget what it's like to be in high school and hear the bands playing at the games and things like that. So parades are a great way to have that nostalgia back.
I would have to agree. And I would say we have great weather tonight. It's not too cold. It feels just right. And, you know, everybody seems bundled up. They brought their blankets. They came prepared, all prepared to stay and have a great night and enjoy this 54th annual Christmas parade.
the crowds have got to be enjoying it. I mean, it's so much fun to be out there in the weather and just hanging out with your friends and family. And I'm sure everyone has multiple people that they know on these floats because Mebane is such a tight-knit community. So it's
Do we call him back here? We need to fill time.
I think it was still.
Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back. So don't change the channel. All right. So we missed some floats, but that's okay. We have a bunch more to go, a bunch more great stuff to see. Barbara, anything you would like to say?
there are just so many different floats and the bands and all. It's just we're upstairs, so we're hearing it from this point, but it's just amazing. Just the energy out there. It looks like everyone's having a great time. I know it's in the 40s right now outside, but what a great night for this parade. And of course, the parade is sponsored by the Mebane Business Association and Cone Health, and we're so grateful for them for their support for this event. And again, there's so many great organizations in town. I'm just recently relocated to the area, and I'm just finding that there's just a tremendous amount of community support for all the organizations, and clearly a parade is where you really see that with all the different floats with the different organizations.
And here's the Amaranth Shriners Fire Brigade and the Hillbillies Parade units. Look at those cool little cars and bikes they're on.
I always wanted to be in one of those little cars like the Shriners had. They always were so fun, and I know sometimes they can even do tricks and things like that on different things. So that's a lot of fun. That's, again, a tradition that's been around many different communities for a very long time. And we have a special guest that just arrived, another Kelly Potter from Soul Garden, and we have Kelly Hunter on the other side of me, so very cool. Kelly, you want to tell us a little bit about Soul Garden?
Sure. So my business is Soul Garden Eclectic Giving, and our tagline is kind of gifts galore and more. So we are on the corner of 4th and Clay. We are the longest running gift shop on the street. We've been here since 2000, the holiday season of 2000. So we just celebrated 22 years. Thank you. We're excited about that.
Kelly, do you own your building? Is that right?
I do not own the building. No, I just own the business.
The different buildings that have been the different facelifts that have been going on downtown. What are your thoughts on what that's doing for the image of Mebane? I mean, certainly Mebane is been a very strong community, but I think people discovering it, they're seeing just a lot of energy, a lot of pride in the buildings.
I mean, Mebane is becoming a destination, definitely for day trippers. We get a lot of people coming through the shop that have come here for the day just to shop and eat lunch. They've heard Mebane is such a cute town. Of course, we get told often that it's very charming. So that, of course, is helpful. And, you know, once people get here, you want it to look good. So lots of positive feedback, lots.
Now, when I think of Soul Garden, I can't help but think of the fairy hair. Tell us about fairy hair.
Yes. So I just recently learned how to tie in fairy hair, and it is tied in. I tie it into one strand. the way this came about was for the last probably for 6 years, the first Thursday of every month, a lady named Leslie, Fairy Leslie, would come to the store, and she would put in fairy hair and people would shop and so forth. And then I would get asked about it all the time because I had it in my hair, and Leslie cannot sparkle everyone. So Leslie taught me how to do it. And so now I do it daily, walk-ins, Tuesday through Friday, walk-ins with no problem. Saturdays can be a little tricky because it's busier on Saturdays. But yeah, I've done like 5 people today. So Mebane should be getting really sparkly.
We love that. Who doesn't love a little extra sparkle? Now, Kelly, I saw here that in 2015, you left your career as an elementary school teacher and you bought the building where Soul Garden is today. What gave you the courage to do that?
Well, so I was dear friends with the original owner, Jill Auditory, who opened the store in 2000, like I was just saying. And true story, if I'm going to full disclosure here, I was teaching 3rd grade at E.M. Yoder, and I actually had her daughter in my class that year. And Jill and I had been dear friends for a while, and we were on a girls' trip. And Jill said, I think that I am ready to sell the store, and I think you should buy it. And that was like on a Friday night. And there may or may not have been a glass of wine involved. And the next thing I know, I figured out how I could make that happen. And I resigned from teaching. And that was the last time I had a summer off. But that's okay. It's been totally worth it. And I see my students all the time coming in and out of the store now that they're, grown. And so I'm still a part of the community, which is very important to me.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that you're still able to be a part of the community and just to give back and do so many awesome, great things.
I think that's funny that you're seeing the kids grown up coming in. Do they still identify you as being a former teacher of theirs?
Miss Potter. It's still Miss Potter.
You'll still be Miss Potter for them forever, won't you?
I will always be Miss Potter. Yes.
What are some of the your memories of the Christmas parade over the years that kind of stand out?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, sometimes it's been so cold. You couldn't hardly stand it. But of course you did anyway. And speaking of Jill, so I moved to Mebane in 99. And the very first year I went to the Christmas parade down here, I saw Jill and her family on a float. And I didn't know it was a Soul Garden float. And we had not met yet because we had just moved here. But I just remember that just sticking out to me. And then then found the store, related that to the float, and it just went from there. So the Christmas parade's great. The year we had the camels, we had live camels one year. Yes, there was like a live nativity going on in, I think, Graham maybe. And they got the camels from the live nativity to walk in the parade. And of course, the A&T band is awesome. And it's great. We have everything from like professional floats to people that have decorated their pickup truck. So it's just a great small town.
Absolutely. I really liked your marketing. I watched some of your the Facebook posts and things like that. What have you learned about being? We have a lot of business owners downtown that are times are a little tricky. I mean, we've come out of the pandemic. We've got still some issues with inflation and things like that. What have you learned over the years that's kind of helped you connect with your clients, your customers, and that sort of thing? And what makes it fun to run a business downtown Mebane?
Well, the people are one of the best parts. And it's kind of like, being in that shop's almost like when you go to your hairdresser, or maybe for some people, the bartender. People just come in there and just talk and talk and talk, which I love, right? Because then you form a relationship. And there's some customers I only see them on Christmas parade night. And they came in tonight, and I was like, oh, well, it's been a year. It's been a fast year, but it's been a year because that's the only time I ever see them. They're from out of town, but they every year they've just always gotten here really early, as we know people need to do, and they come in the shop. And so the people are really, really great. The people love the relationship and the connection that you can make with them. And then, I mean, people like knowing that you're there, and that in it. And I've just tried to really put that in people's minds. Soul Garden is open every day. Because gifts, you need gifts every day. I mean, special events happen every day, or special occasions happen every day. So you don't always think ahead. And it's like, oh my gosh, I need a gift. I can run in Soul Garden. So
very cool. Well, we have a couple of different questions to ask you in just a minute. I'm going to hand it back over to Kelly.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt really quickly. I'm going to take our eyes over really quickly to the parade. And right here, where they're stopped playing this lovely music, this is going to be the barn at Lloyd's Dairy. And that is whose parade float we're seeing at the moment, with their nice tractor in the front. Playing that fiddle. Look at them play it. Now, I have a question for you, Kelly. You mentioned that there were mules in the parade, or donkeys, camels. I'm sorry. Hello, one of the multiple ones, camels. Now, I just have to ask, if they were in the parade, where were these camels going to the restroom? Were they making it?
No, we're just going to assume that and remember that was taken care of.
Hopefully nobody went home with some stinky shoes that night. We'll just leave it at that. All right. Now, Kelly, I am going to ask you, do you know what the highest grossing Christmas film is?
The highest grossing Christmas film of all time.
Of all time.
I am going to say it's not necessarily going to be my favorite. Now, that I've learned about being a shop owner. Just because it's my favorite does not mean it brings in the most money. It's a Wonderful Life.
Are you confident in this answer?
Well, no, I can tell by the look on your face. I'm not right.
Listen, Kelly, I'm looking at us. Kellys have to stick together here. I'll let you try again. Guess again. Now think sequel.
Home Alone.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job. Oh, was it really? On what channel?
I think like Peacock. I want to say it's a streaming channel.
Oh, nice. Okay. The one streaming service I don't pay for out of the thousands. I pay for so many. Now, what is your favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite Christmas tradition is putting Santa tracks outside, even though my daughter's now 19. I still do it. I have a little stencil of the bottom of a shoe, and I just go out there with flour and do it because it looks like snow. Put a little red glitter out there for Rudolph's nose. That's my favorite. And she looks for it.
She still looks for it at 19.
She still looks for it. Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually might steal that from you and try doing it myself. That sounds very cool. And do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Well, okay. So my new favorite Christmas song is by Norah Jones, and it's called It's Not Christmas Till You Come Home. If you have not heard it, do yourself a favor. Seriously. It's Not Christmas Till You Come Home by Norah Jones. It is that one. And then there was another one from the movie Christmas Vacation, when he gets locked in the attic because
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes, he gets locked in the attic and he's watching all the old Christmas films. It's by Ray Charles and it's called The Spirit of Christmas. And that's a very good one.
That's a great song. I know which one you're talking about there. And I have one more question for you. In the classic Christmas movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described with 3 words. What are they?
Stink, stank, stunk.
Good job. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. I wish I had a prize to give you, but a pat on the back will do. Kudos. I love your Christmas sweater, by the way. You're going to slay the night away. Oh, look, with the sequins. I love that. Oh, you guys can't see it here, but she is wearing a. You guys can't see her Christmas sweater here, but she is wearing a Christmas sweater that says sleigh. And when she pushes the sequins down one way, it is silver. And then she pushes the sequins back up and it turns red. And it is available for sale at Soul Garden. So if you guys want to come check out the Christmas sweater in person, be sure to stop on by. And Kelly, tell people who aren't aware where they can find Soul Garden if they're not familiar with the area.
Yes, we are on the corner of 4th and Clay in downtown Mebane. 115 North 4th Street is our address.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kelly. It was a pleasure having you tonight. And I'll turn your attention back to the parade. That car that just went past had some great lights underneath. Nothing like some bright lights during this wonderful month. Now, Barbara, what is the best part of December to you?
Well, this is a whole new December for me because I just came from out of town, but I love the change of the seasons. Even as the trees have already dropped most of their leaves, still seeing them changing more and just everyone getting excited as the seasons, are, the fall, all the Halloween stuff and all that. It's really special to be up here in North Carolina.
That's right, because you're come from Florida.
Yes, it's definitely not 40-something degrees right there right now. And I can tell you that there are people jealous of me right now down there.
I don't disagree. My mom lives in Florida and she's like, oh, nope, it doesn't get below 65 right now. And that's cold. I'm like, well, okay. I would probably say that the best thing I like about December is just everybody gets in the holiday spirit and everybody starts caring about others and giving back. And that is just so awesome to see, especially with just everything going on and how hard it's been these past couple years. Nothing feels better and nothing makes me happier than seeing people help one another and give back.
I agree. I think it's a time that people really start to think about their blessings and all the wonderful things that have happened over the last year. So it's definitely a fun time of year. There's just nothing like it. And enjoying traditions like this one in Mebane at the Mebane Christmas Parade has really been fantastic.
I certainly don't disagree there. And Barbara, do you have a favorite holiday memory? Obviously not from Mebane because you just moved here just like I did. But what in your childhood sparks to mind when you think of Christmas time?
I think it's just going to bed on Christmas Eve and the tree's there, but there's nothing underneath the tree. And then you want to stay up because you want to see Santa, but you eventually fall asleep. And the next morning, it's just like so magical because there's presents under the tree and everyone's so excited. It's one of those feelings that, being a kid, there's just nothing like being a kid on Christmas morning.
I don't disagree with you. It's just that magic, that spark.
Well, we've certainly enjoyed having our visitors from downtown. We know there's a lot of awesome businesses that have opened even since the pandemic. We've actually started doing something called a COVID catch-up ribbon cutting on Tuesdays. Turns out there's been like 16 or more businesses that opened in downtown Mebane since January of 2020. So we're really enjoying doing that. And we'll be doing another one of those on this Tuesday at 10:30, and that will be Lake Designs on Clay Street. So we're looking forward to doing that. So those are on Facebook Live, and they're on the city's website. So we hope you'll tune into that as well. It's a great way to really meet the business owners and hear their stories. And for businesses to open during the pandemic it really tells a lot about their confidence in Mebane and the community to support them. And we've heard that over and over again. So
That's awesome. And look at these tumblers out in the, wow. Look at that. They just keep going and going with no mats underneath them. That's impressive. I think I would psych myself out just bending over to look at the ground. And just so you all are aware, that is the dance expressions coming through right now. And look at them go, just tumble after tumble, the athleticism, the charisma. Definitely something I no longer have at my age.
Well, they're definitely making memories to being able to perform like that in the parade.
What's that?
I love the music.
Yes, this music is fabulous. Look at them go. All right. And this is the dance expressions float right now that you currently see with the truck in front. Just went out.
I hope everyone who is visiting Mebane for the evening tonight is really looking around at some of the stores. We know not all the stores are open tonight because those folks are enjoying the parade as well. But if you have a moment, take a look around and see what kind of awesome shops we have here, and also our restaurants as well, because we have a number of fantastic restaurants for a city our size. So check those out. There's going to be times where you're not going to want to cook in the next several weeks. So as we get closer to Christmas, so it make a great night out for your family to be able to go to some of those. So again, I think one of the really special things about Mebane is just the friendliness of the people. Again, I've just moved here from out of the area and just have been struck by how friendly everyone is. Definitely a warm and welcoming, positively charming is definitely a very authentic description of Mebane. So,
and this is the Shops in Mebane float right now that you're currently seeing with that beautiful green Christmas tree in the back.
That's a really cool float. I love the lights that everyone has on the different floats, and it just, there must be hundreds and hundreds of people that are involved with the floats and different bands and things like that. So this is truly a community Christmas parade.
Yeah. Tagged off days, and then finally I was like, okay, it came to me, and I know God said He got me, but it's not answering. So what do I do?
And this was just in August or the summer. Okay, but still, that's just so recently, yeah.
We sat, we talked, we heard each other's vibe, and this is gonna work. Definitely. Our families are just like really big.
So that's cool.
Because everyone that works with me is family. Family business. So, and everyone on his side is not just kids, but family. So we just met so much back and forth. They come help if I need to get. I work over there. You know,
That's awesome.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So we'll be here. We won't get rid of it.
Very cool.
Otherwise, I'll go hungry. I'll have to bring in Wendy's and Chick-fil-A again.
Yeah, you're so close to where I work because I work right there at the planning. The plant. Yeah, that's dangerous. This is all bad information for me personally.
Yeah.
On the way home, when you don't feel like cooking, you call ahead, finish your order.
Now, what hours are you all open, and are you open at the same hours or a little bit behind? Okay.
Like my Monday, Tuesday, which are slow days.
Okay. Okay.
Wednesday we're closed on today.
Okay.
Thursday a little bit longer because the week starts to come down. So on Thursdays we open at 2.
Okay. Okay.
Friday we're there
all day long, I'm sure. Yeah.
Almost all day. He's later than I am. He's 10.
Oh, okay.
And I'm 9:30.
Okay.
Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
From 12.
Okay.
Sunday we also there from 12. 12 o'clock on Sundays as well.
Oh, okay.
So the hours vary. During the week we're not there for lunch.
Okay.
It's not really a big crowd.
Yeah.
To pay a big staff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of trial and error at this point, I would think.
Yeah, it takes a lot of, you got to figure out where, and then because some of her business is just not her business, she's feeding off ours. We're also getting into that peak season. So like after Thanksgiving till essentially early April, we go nuts.
Oh, really? Okay, because you're indoors. Yeah.
Indoors,
okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
So there are times where it hasn't been busy, but now it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
And then when we have 2 weeks coming up where the kids are out of school, you know, we're opening up earlier too, you know, during the Christmas holiday and the break. So, but then after Christmas, it just is nuts. January, February, March, and early April. So, and then as the weather turns, then we slow down a little bit. And then when we get into the heat of the summer, it gets busy again. But she'll also have her own clientele that are just coming in. So as she builds more of a reputation, that restaurant will pick up.
Okay. I want to introduce our guests. We have Brian Collier from Buffalo Lanes.
Hello.
And he has brought a special guest we weren't expecting. You want to introduce her?
Yes. So this is Sanaya, but her friends and the people she feeds call her Chef. And she's the owner and head chef at the restaurant at Buffalo Lanes, Sisters Full of Flavor.
Hey everybody, Chef Naya here. Come on down and visit us inside of Buffalo Lanes. We are there to feed you. So look us up online, look us up on Instagram, Facebook, we're there.
And we've been talking. There's some amazing things going on at Buffalo Lanes with the two businesses, and there's just again, someone new coming to town, getting bumping into some acquaintances of Brian's, and a whole new business was started, and not even looking to start the business from what I understand. But again, I think it's just you know, just goes to show what kind of community this is, that you can have that sort of Brian, you want to tell us a little bit about Buffalo Lanes and really what your what you offer and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Buffalo Lanes has been around for almost 45 years now. The original location in Garner opened up in 1978. Started as a family-owned business. We have 5 locations now, and what sets us apart from other bowling centers is our centers have always been alcohol-free. We really cater to the family and the community, and one of the big things for us is the sport of bowling. So there are a lot of facets to bowling. A lot of the newer places you go to, you can tell it's more about kind of the entertainment side of it. So you see a lot of these centers, what they call boutique centers. They're fancy, they're more catering to companies and things like that. And we've always concentrated on the sports side of bowling. So we want to teach kids at a young age. We want to bring people into the sport. We have bowlers that are essentially as young as 3, and our oldest are in their early 90s.
Yeah, that's one cool thing I think about bowling is just you just never outgrow it, do you? You can start so early and you can enjoy it with your family and friends through the generations.
Yeah, it is a lifetime sport, which is great. And again, even if it's not a sport for you, it could be something that you do with your family 3 times a year, or something you and your girlfriends come out and you have a good time together. But it is something that you never age out of. Once you pick it up, it could be something that you do your entire lifetime. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Kelly, did you want to say something?
I was just really quickly going to direct everybody's attention. This is the 336 slingshots that you're currently seeing. All these cars tricked out with the lights and everything. They're fabulous. And you were talking about being fancy. Now that's fancy.
That is so cool. You want to tell us a little bit about what kind of menu items you have? Because I've heard you have some really great wings. I know you just introduced some pizza, and burgers are made fresh. Tell us, make us hungry.
I can make you hungry. On the bowling side, we offer the traditional wings. Our wings are made fresh to order. We offer different kinds of pizzas. We have our burgers, which are made fresh, never frozen. So you may wait a few minutes, but once you get it, you'll enjoy it so much. On our soul food nights, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we offer so many favorites: mac and cheese, collard greens, candy yams, we do fried chicken, deep fried whole chickens, all kinds of sandwiches. You name it, we make it. And if we don't, we'll get it for you.
That's cool. And the thing I learned too is that if I'm hungry, I can go there, and if I don't have time to bowl, that's going to be okay with Brian, and vice versa. Is that right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could also say, and some people may not like, but her oxtails are awesome when they're on the menu. And sometimes I just grab a couple sides because the sides are so good. So the collard greens, like she said, the mac and cheese. Sometimes I just grab a plate with all the different sides.
Y'all are making me hungry. I'm going to have to come over when I'm working across the street on my lunch break. I'll be there. You said oxtails? Let me know when they're on the menu.
Check us out on Instagram and follow. The menus will be posted so you'll know when they're coming out. _ full of flavor. Look us up. _ full of flavor.
And we're also going to be doing one of the COVID catch-up ribbon cuttings for the business as well. So look for that coming up early next year. And again, I can't wait to sample some of these items on the menu. They're making me very, very hungry.
We're going to be hosting a Christmas party from the Lanes. It will be on December 15th. And then from Sisters Full of Flavor, it will be December 19th. Come on out and try some foods, play some games, and have fun with us. Get to know us.
Thank you for sharing that. Because again, yeah, that's a great way to be introduced to it. So
before I ask you guys your last question, I'm just going to direct everybody's attention. This this really big float behind with all the flashing lights and just all the colors galore going on, that is Wade's Childcare, and they did a fantastic job on their float. Just check that out. From the front of the semi truck to just everything about all the lights underneath. Wow. Spectacular. Yeah. You guys need to enter in the parade next year, and that's perfect. Now, what is y'all's favorite Christmas tradition?
Favorite Christmas tradition. So it used to not be my favorite, and now it is. But my family's German, and we used to always have to recite a Christmas poem in front of the Christmas tree before we could open presents. And for me, when I was younger, it was always extremely nerve-wracking. And we would have family visit from Germany, and they would, blast out like a 2-page Christmas poem. And then I'd go up there and do like the little kitty, 10-word one. But we still do that just for fun. We recite our Christmas poem. And probably my favorite is making Christmas cookies with my mom. So she does all the traditional German Christmas cookies, the rum balls and the vanilla kipfel. And I mean, so many different things. It's almost like work. But when you're sitting there with family, it's fun.
Now, can you still make all those cookies?
With the recipe, yes. So with the recipe, yes. And we used to actually make Stollen, which is it's kind of almost like a fruitcake-esque type thing. And it does take a lot of work. But if you do it from scratch, it's so much better than what you can get from Aldi or Lidl. But you can get them from Aldi and Lidl too. But yeah, probably all the different Christmas cookies and just spending time in the kitchen and maybe drinking something while you're doing it. That's always fun.
And Chef, what about you?
Well, my family, we love to get matching pajamas, pull out all the games because we're so competitive, and see who's going to be the loser of the year. That's fun for us.
Is that your immediate family or growing up?
Well, no, it's growing up and my immediate family. We carry the tradition over and over. We're 5 generations in, so everybody does the same thing over and over to see who's going to be the winner of the family, which will be me.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank y'all so much. We enjoyed having you guys here with us tonight. And we're down to our last 2 floats of the night. This right here is the Mebane Business Association along with Destination Downtown Mebane, and they have this wonderful float, and on the back, right behind them, is Santa. Santa is making his appearance for the night, everybody. He's coming. He's trucking along. Of course, thank y'all. Oh, you can hear the kids right now going crazy for Santa. Now, the trick question is, have they been naughty or nice? Who's been pouting and who's been looking out, trying to be good? You've been nice this year. And here's Santa now. You see his reindeer in the front leading the sleigh. He's waving. All the kids are going crazy. Oh, that's awesome.
That is so cool. And it's not just the kids going crazy, it's the adults too.
Yes, you're never too old to celebrate Santa. All right, that is going to conclude our 54th Annual Mebane Christmas Parade. We want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, the Mebane Business Association and Cone Health. We also want to mention that the Mebane Business Association will be hosting their first annual gala. The gala will be on Saturday, December 10th at 5:30 p.m. It will be called a Night of Excellence, and it's going to be benefiting Mebane schools. The gala will include dinner, a live auction, and live music and dancing. 50% of the total proceeds will go to the schools, and 100% of proceeds generated from the live auction will also go to the schools. Tickets will range from $25 to $75, and seating is limited, so hurry up and purchase your tickets today. All tickets are available on Eventbrite, and they must also be purchased on Eventbrite. Thank you all again for coming out tonight and for tuning into this live stream. We hope you have a happy and safe holiday season, and be sure to stop in on tomorrow, December the 3rd, for the holiday pictures on the Pop Market next to the Dollar General, and it'll be happening again on December 10th from 11 to 2 as well. You can also drop off letters to Santa and one of the 3 Santa mailboxes. You can find these mailboxes at the Mebane Arts and Community Center, the Mebane City Hall, or the Mebane Community Park. And don't forget that the last day to get your letter delivered to the North Pole is December 10th. So get those letters in, kids. You won't want to miss out. Have a wonderful night.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!